Hey everybody, what's up and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. My name is JB Lewis and today I'm going to be starting playing through another Chips Challenge set. This time it is going to be JoshL6. Alright, so this has been a long time coming and I'm going to try to explain why here in the opening couple of minutes or so and then we can get on with the level here. So, for those of you who've been around the channel for a while, you might know that I've played through, I think, 4 different sets that have been made by Josh Lee. We've had JoshL4, JoshL5, and JoshL7, and I want to say there may be even one other one, but at least those 3. And there's been an interesting history with these. JoshL4 was an, I think, 80 level set, and then JoshL5 came around, which was around the time CCLP1 was being worked on, and it had a full 149 levels. I want to say that this was the time when people really started pumping out full 149 level sets, and so I thought that was so cool. So when JoshL6 was being worked on, I was like, yes, we need to have another one. That would be so amazing. And so he initially released it at 90 levels. Well, some time passed, and I was kind of like, if you make more levels, will you just, include them in this set? And he thought, well, maybe I should make it 149 levels. And so he eventually extended the set to include the full 149. And I felt kind of bad because I felt like I kind of sort of strongly encouraged it to the point where the set's levels were maybe a little rushed. And so I saw it and I was like, you didn't have to rush it, and I feel bad for saying that. And so I kind of felt like I don't want to say ruined the set, but it maybe tarnished is a better word. So I kind of, played through some of the levels. I optimized some of them, which is why you're seeing some times here in the window here. And I enjoyed it, but I was kind of like, at this point, I don't know if I should LP this because I've seen so many of the levels. So I kind of put it aside. JoshL7 came out with its, I think, 70 levels or so. Really enjoyed that. But now, I feel like this set is ripe for LPing for a couple of reasons. One of them is that it's been long enough that I feel like I can play this and feel like it's brand new. And the other reason is that I really, really want to play this just to get some more inspiration for my own level design. And that's something I'm going to be talking about here as we get through this. So, hope you guys are excited. I know I've been playing pretty much nothing but Chips Challenge lately, and that's mainly just because my computer is not exactly a gaming computer anymore, so I can't really do anything too fancy. But this is kind of what most people have been coming here for anyway, it seems like. So, hope you all enjoy this one. So let's get started with brief construction montage. Alright, so this is actually a perfect time to talk about one of the things that pertains to the set's original design, and that is that it actually started out as an attempt to make a Walls of CCLP1 set, and I think maybe about 20 levels were made toward that. I can't remember the exact number, but enough levels were constructed that, oh, wait a minute. I may have needed to pay a little more, oh wait, no, never mind. I was like, wait a minute. Enough levels were constructed that Josh was like, you know what, we'll just dump them here, and just abandon the whole thing, because it kind of got to the point where a lot of the levels were hard to convert, and I totally understand, because I worked on a Walls of CCLP1 set a couple years ago and stuff, and it's tough. Like, I'm not going to deny it. It's really hard to work with some of the layouts sometimes. So, but this is one of those levels, and it's, I believe, based on When Insects Attack, the 6th tutorial. I know there's probably a way better way to do this, but I don't care. Alright. Get the chip, and let us exit through here. Alright, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of, but not as quick as, messages here. Alright, Concrete Jungle. So this is a traveling salesman problem optimization challenge type thing where you're going around and collecting chips, and there's these obstacles in the way, which is pretty cool. I mean, the level itself is open-ended enough that you don't have to really worry about the teeth. I want to say that there's a rejects level that Josh made where there was like a harder version of this where there were green keys but you couldn't pick them up or something like that. Or maybe the teeth chase you or something. I can't really remember. Okay, I thought there was another. Maybe it's this one. Totally not being optimal here, but you know what? That's not what this Let's Play is for. So yeah, I'm starting work on a new set. Or not a new set. I'm continuing work on my old kind of work in progress set that I've had laying around for a while. It actually predates Walls of CCLP1 called JBLP2. And, well, let me kind of give you a little bit of an insight into how that's been going, because level design for me kind of comes and goes in spurts, and I feel like this spurt has been going well, but I don't want to start feeling the pressure of like cranking out tons of levels just because I can, or just because it's possible to build something. Like, I want the levels to actually be fun to play and good quality. Okay, yeah, we definitely went the a very suboptimal way there, but at least we didn't quite waste all the recessed walls. That was really fun, actually. I like how you can go through sections multiple times. I think that is pretty neat. I think my only complaint about this is that I've kind of wished that there was more of like maybe an item swapper thing or something that where you kind of had to go through stuff multiple times in order to do stuff. But the problem with that, though, is that if you get that like lined out for you, then you're going to go that order, and so then it's going to be kind of planned out for you anyway, versus like the way this is, it's open-ended enough that you can just freely roam around. So, you know what? Forget what I just said. I like it the way it is. Alright, Concrete Jungle. By the way, I'm not going to be rating these levels for CCLP 5 or anything like that here in the Let's Play. I just want to explore the levels and just have fun with them. Alright, Bitter Cold. So this level kind of reminds me a little bit. This is going to be a really weird comparison to make, but it reminds me a little bit of a level I made called Get the Ball Rolling, which had a bunch of tiles that were evenly spaced out, and you basically had to like read what was going on between them to get like different monsters through traps and stuff. I like the idea, but I think the problem with my level was that it was way too open, and it's just like when things are way too open, I feel like it's just much more of a pain to solve the actual puzzle in the whole thing. I think I was just more enamored with the idea of making it open than making it fun. And that's not particularly cool. Also, I don't know if I've completely... Okay, I don't know if I've ruined the level yet or not, but I don't think... Yeah, we've done everything we can do here. So, anything more we can do is going to need to be over this way. So we have a red key there. Okay, I think this is our only choice. Yellow, red, and then we have red, blue, blue, yellow, okay, and then yellow, green. Okay, got it. That was really fun. I like the way this was... like, you can't see the entire thing, so you kind of have to make deductions, and I like that element of it. Okay, last corner we checked out. Alright, very much not as quick as our previous score. Alright, International Federation of Urban Control. This level, I happen to know, is based on Block Party from CCLP1, the 4th level, I think? It was one of the tutorials. I'm probably going to be making a lot of references in this Let's Play to my own Walls of CCLP1 set, and that's just mainly because it's interesting to see how other people use the walls and just the experiences that come with that. But yeah, I made a level called Salsa Verde based on this, and it was a level I designed for a crate competition where you like made Sokoban puzzles that were a little atypical in the traditional sense of the word Sokoban. Okay, so that's a thing. So I can't really go through there and make it. What am I missing here? So you can go through... Wait a minute. Am I supposed to send this? Oh, wait. I wonder if I'm supposed to send the fireball into here to start the toggling. You know what? Let's give that a shot. I don't think it'll hurt anything. Well, maybe it will do that. You know what? I'm not going to sweat it. Let's just keep going. I hear stuff exploding, and it makes me nervous, and then I just lost all concentration. First death of the Let's Play. Alright, let's keep going. But yeah, I made this level, and it used this area kind of in a very throwaway kind of way. So I had this puzzle that was in the area with where the fireball thing is in this level, where you had this kind of force Sokoban, where you had these blocks, and you had to like nail them off other blocks to get to certain trap buttons. And I thought it was a cool concept, but it's one of those things that I think, like, I felt like once I was done with it, for lack of a better way of putting it, I just didn't want the rest of the level to be a pain to go through. And now I just realized that that whole plan was kind of silly. Yeah. See, I can't really do anything with you over there. I don't want to start anything crazy, so let me just go through here without doing anything. This could be totally wrong. Who knows? But yeah, so here... Okay. I keep thinking I can drop boots like in, in CC2, but you can't. Which is a bummer. Boot dropping is honestly one of those mechanics in CC2 that I find really fun. But yeah, this whole area down here was just a very simple nailing challenge, and then this was mainly where the force thing was this 4x4 area here, or 5x4 area. Okay, so is there not a way to do this with just the stuff I have here? So I think what I was supposed to do was wait to get that chip until later. Because right now... So hitting the toggle buttons doesn't actually accomplish anything. Okay. Good to know. That's kind of on me, because I should have known, just based on the fact that you have suction boots, that you don't necessarily have to commit to anything there. And I keep forgetting that there's a key here. But yeah, I'm really hoping Salsa Verde gets into CCLB5. It's one of those levels I was really proud of, and I think it's a fun Sokoban. But yeah, because of that hard puzzle, I was like, okay, maybe the rest of the level can function like a victory lap, so you can just go through and not feel like you're subjecting yourself to like anything particularly nuts. This is a pretty fun basic level. I'm trying to be... So this is my thing with designing right now. I feel like at this point, I'm wrestling with something. And you're going to think this sounds strange, but I'm wrestling with the idea of, hey, what if this could be in CCLP5, right? And I kind of don't want to make levels unless I feel like they have a decent chance of making it into an official set at this point. And I think part of it is because Walls of CCLP1 is such a... As it stands, like, the idea behind Walls of CCLP1 demands that you make levels based on every wall template, right? That's the whole point. So... Okay, so I just need to get this block over. So yeah, the whole point of a Walls of set is that you play with every wall pattern, you build something new out of it, and it makes a whole new set. And I think Walls of CCLP1, for the most part, managed to do okay at this. But, you know, I definitely felt that there were some throwaway levels in there, you know, as far as using the walls and just feeling like, you know, this is not as good as maybe it could be, or... I don't know, just feeling like I was just putting filler into the set. I think everybody who's made a Walls of set feels that way, to a certain extent. So at this point, there's a part of me that I think is reacting to that that was an interesting concept, by the way. I want to say Josh made this level, um, remade it with like totally invisible walls, not appearing walls, for one of his compilation sets. I could be mistaken though. Also, the name of the level, I think, is a reference to the Talos principle, and I don't know what Strange is referring to. Maybe Life is Strange. I don't think I've played that, but yeah, I don't think I have played Life is Strange, but I think Tyler has. Maybe that's what Josh is referencing, because I think we talked about it on the Discord several years ago. But anyway, I think because I came out of this mode of feeling like, oh, some of these levels were kind of dumb and stuff, and I don't know, that kind of thing. I'm feeling that. Okay, so there's certain blocks that have keys. Okay, there's also 2 chips. Where do we get to those? I'm assuming that we need to go. Okay, one there. One there. Okay, let me push those there. I'm trying not to, like, accidentally kill myself by pressing these into the fire and then forgetting about them. Okay, so that's one. Don't tell me I was supposed to go over to this one. You know what? I think I was supposed to go over to this one and then cross back, because the chip was in the corner and I could go from right to left. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little nasty, not gonna lie. Okay, tell you what. I think I can afford to do this, right? Okay, I think these are all for the exit, so. Oh no, they're both there. Oh! There we go, exactly what I was worried about. Okay, so it looks like there is no guesswork. I was being an idiot. Okay, good to know. I was really worried about that. I'm just hoping that there is not a key under that block there. You know what? Hang on a sec. Okay, there's not. So I can still. Okay, yeah. I forgot if I had pushed that or not. I'm already having senior moments. I'm not even in my 40s yet. I'm not even in my mid-30s yet. Okay. So 3 there. Right? Okay. Okay, so you do need all of them. Okay, there's one there. There's one there. Okay, I think that's all we can really get, right? Hopefully I got them all. Yes, okay, good. Okay. That was interesting. So I think the level is supposed to be shaped like a candle. I like the idea of it, but it's one of those concepts where I'm like, I feel like this was a cool idea to just play around with, but I don't know if it's one that I would really want to experiment more with. I feel like things under blocks are always kind of tough to work with in a lot of ways, partially just because you can't see everything, and then you don't remember what blocks you pushed, and I I'm kind of now thinking about maybe making a level where you do have to do that, but it's something where maybe it's more obvious. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. All right, carbon footprints. Ooh, it's one of these boot preservation kinds of levels. Okay, let's be cautious here. So I had to make sure I have a fire boot for there. And I'm gonna have to make sure I can, I'm assuming, push a block here and links. So, oh, and I barely have any time. So yeah, this uses the walls of present company, for which I made a level called "You Break It, You Buy It" in the walls of CCLP1. And okay, so I don't really have to worry about too much here. There's a pretty clear way forward here. But it was this really fascinating monster manipulation idea, at least I thought it was, where you basically had to like not interrupt the toggling simultaneously of these two like four fireballs. And I was really proud of the way it turned out. Like, it's one of the levels I'm really hoping gets into CCLP 5. Oh no. Well, this was clearly a mistake. I forgot I would have to make this loop. So I went for, like, the thing that gave me fewer boots used up. But clearly... But wait a minute, no. No, wait a second. I would have to push the block there, right? Wait a second. Unless I'm supposed to come in with another boot, maybe... Yeah, you almost have to, right? I mean, I don't see any way you can avoid any of that. Alright, let's just go through and carve out the path. Because, I mean, I'm going to have to travel on this path anyway, right? Okay, so I have that. Okay, those boots are pointless. I completely forgot about that. I'm trying to think in links, how would you do this? Because you would have to make this complete loop. Right? You'd have to make the loop. There's no red keys in the level. Oh! Wait. No. Maybe? Hang on. Let's go through here. I'm thinking about, like, preserving a boot there, but I'm going to have to push the block through anyway. And... yeah, I don't know what to think. Why is this tripping me up? I don't remember this being that hard, but maybe I'm just having a blind spot here. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to have to push this here, and then I'm going to have to get that on the way up. That's kind of frustrating. And then I have to get it stolen, so it's like, what do you do then? I can't get any of those. Oh, I can go around. Oh, I'm silly. Okay, I'm glad we noticed that on time. Man, why did I not see that? I think my brain was just so committed to the, wait, where do we go? Guys, where do we go? Oh, I was like, there's nowhere else. Let's just try blasting through the teleport. That works perfectly. Alright. That's a fun level. I do like the way it works. I feel like that's a cool early set level for introducing the idea of boot preservation. I like it. It's decent. Alright, 8 doors. Alright, I remember this one. This is an item swapper, where you have to, like, just go down this line. Whoa, that is a lot shorter of a path than I was expecting. So yeah, where were we when we were talking about the level design stuff? Oh yeah, I was talking about JBLP2 and just how I'm feeling this pressure to make the levels better now that I'm done with, like, exclusively forcing a certain walls of, you know, gimmick going on. So it's like, I feel like I just have to make levels only when the level idea is good. And part of that is just pressuring myself to make good content, and maybe that's not totally a good thing. But part of it is just wanting to have a really good set. And I know that that's not, like, completely reasonable in a lot of ways, because creativity doesn't always work in that way, where, you know, you're only just going to show off the best of the best stuff. I think that's kind of what the community packs are ultimately for, right? I mean, you're voting on the best of the best stuff, and those things don't necessarily come from just one person. So I'm trying to be. Oh, that's right. We did a trap, didn't we? I'm trying to be okay with making levels that are filler and may not even make it into a set, and trying to decide, what's my threshold for ratio of like standout things to not standout things, and maybe I'm overthinking this. I don't know. I think the other thing too is I really want eventually to make a compilation set of my own, like Josh and Jeffrey have done, where they've done these things where they've taken like their best 149 and built a cool compilation out of them. Oh, it's this one. And I want to do that too with my own levels. And I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I suspect it'll be after I'm done with JBLP2. Every socket must be cleared to reach the exit. All 4 paths are safe to travel on. Okay. Let's do it then. Hear bombs exploding, so I guess we're leading all these guys to the exit area. Okay, good. I didn't know if there was going to be another one that came out there. So, the other part of that, this thing I've been wrestling with, is I don't know... Oh, flipper departments. This is in CCLP4. I don't know exactly, like... Okay, so if I remember correctly, you go through and you get one of these at a time, right? I think. I don't know exactly... How should I say this? If I should make the set 149 levels. I've told people that's what I want to do. And yet there's a part of me that's kind of like, I don't know, maybe... I just realized I screwed up this room. Maybe I should, make it only 100. And here's the thing about that. Whenever I say that, I end up making it 149 anyway, because that's what happened when I did JBLP1 last time. And I realized I could do this by pushing it there, but you can't do it in links. I feel like I'd be cheating if I did that, so I'm not doing it. Let's do that. So I'm going to have to get all these anyway, so... But yeah, it's like, if I release the set at 100, I'm inevitably going to have these ideas after 100, right? And then I'd be like, well, I might as well just add these on to the set and release it at 149. And it's like, here's the other problem, too, is that I know Josh knows what this feels like because we've talked about it a few times. I feel like I work... Whoa, 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 whoa! I did not mean to do that. Okay, I need to do that room first. I feel like I work really well off of other people's feedback, like if somebody tells me, hey, this is what I like or don't like about your level, then I'm probably going to be more likely to design more because I really want to see if I can make the experience more fun for that person. And why do I keep accidentally doing that? I don't know why. My dexterity skills are lacking. I think I've just been playing CC2 for optimization for so long now that I've forgotten what CC1 feels like. I mean, I've played it casually, but not like in a serious way. But yeah, it's... I feel like if I release the set at 100, it would mainly just be because I would want to make sure that people got to experience it and then I can get some feedback on it. And I know that there's something to be said about you don't do things for other people, but I do feel like there is a content creator / audience relationship at play. And I don't want to deny that there is something valuable in that. It's not just... Oh, wait. Don't tell me I've already screwed this up. I did. I am I shouldn't be talking this much. It's hard for me to focus on playing the game and talking at the same time. This is why I'm deathly afraid of becoming a streamer. I cannot even think about the pressure of like reading comments and there we go, and like also playing a game and doing well at it, and like that sounds terrifying to me. Like I think I've had a couple people ask me, "Hey, why aren't you streaming?" And you know, that's like the thing nowadays, right? And my go-to reaction is like, dude, I would be a horrible streamer. I would be so perfectionistic about streaming that I would be beating myself up just because I missed one piddly thing in a game and it doesn't even matter. And I guess I better just go ahead and do this one now. But you know, I would just be just constantly insecure about the whole thing. And you know what? I'm gonna cheat. But yeah, I don't know if it's really something that I'm cut out for. But yeah, I do feel like I do well when I can engage in a feedback relationship with the people who are playing my levels and stuff. So that's why I like doing the more iterative releases for level sets where I get to put out a few levels at a time. I think it also works well as far as just like focusing on a few levels at a time. Because I feel like if you release 149 levels or 100 levels all at once, I think the thing you run the risk of doing ultimately is, okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So I'm going through here to do this. Okay. And now I'm going to travel back without going on the thieves. Okay. It's not that hard, JB. You can do it. Oh, right. The other room is the pink ball one. Oh, crap. I forgot about this. This is going to involve dodging. That's dodging. Okay. Yeah. So this is a thing that exists. Okay, maybe this is not so bad. Yeah, there we go. Okay. The other thing about like when level sets come out and they're all out at once with no prior interaction with it is that I feel very overwhelmed seeing that. Like, I don't know how else to describe it other than that. It's just a lot to take in. And I feel like it's harder to really focus on and give each level attention when there's just so much to see all at once. But maybe that's just me, I don't know. Alright, so Flipper Department. I clearly don't remember much about playing it before in CCLP4, so that's my bad. Alright, we got the chip section now the way. Okay, this is the bug arranging section, apparently. Okay. That's not so bad. So yeah, I'm enjoying doing like the little iterative releases now just because I feel like it's fun to get some feedback on the individual levels, and then maybe when we cross that bridge, when we get to it with the set release, we can talk about what the set will look like. But that's the other thing too, right, is that when you're doing the levels one at a time, and this is a problem I had way back in the day with my old set JL1, is that there wasn't any difficulty curve to that set. It was just a bunch of levels that I made, and I think I was kind of thinking in the style of like Eric S1 and other such things where the designer just put a bunch of things together in a random order and just released it. I was kind of like, okay, let's just do this, but there wasn't any rhyme or reason to it. So that's why JBLP1 kind of became what it was. Is that I wanted to make a set with a proper difficulty curve that didn't feel... Okay, I think I'm going to need to go the other way for that one. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you can make that. But yeah, I wanted the set to have a proper difficulty curve and not just be a compilation of levels. Because I feel like that was kind of the thing back in the day, was designers just released their levels a few at a time. I think some of it had to do with PyGuy's site as like a distribution mechanism where you were forced to have your levels in the same order every time. That was one of the limitations, and now that we still have PyGuy's site, that's not... that hasn't changed or anything. It's just more we have other ways to play levels and share them besides the Yahoo group and that. And now, especially now that we have the Discord and all that stuff. So I feel like there's just fewer barriers to entry now in terms of making sure that the set has a good final form before releasing it in that form. And I guess you can jump in here, huh? Okay. So yeah, this level's alright. It's kind of... I think it's just meant to be a very simple level about Paramecium. I kind of wish you could jump in there at that point. That'd be cool. You have to wait here, though. So yeah, part of me just kind of wants to keep doing what I'm doing, just because I feel like I've kind of developed a rhythm around it. But it's more like adapting to when that rhythm eventually kind of sizzles out a little bit, because I know I'm not going to be on a designing streak forever, and it's like, okay, when do I want to stop and like make an official release of the set on CC Zone? Because I mean, truth be told, I could theoretically release the set a few times without posting a scoreboard for it on PyGuy's site. Okay, this is a little nerve-wracking, because I don't know when it's going to be doubles and when it's not. Okay. I feel like I always save, like, the worst, or the most demanding room for last. Whoa, I almost died there. Okay. That was cool. I liked it. It's like this. Like, personally, I wouldn't necessarily give this a high rating in CCLP 4 or 5, but like in the context of this set, it works well. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those kind of weird paradoxes where it's like I like it in this context, but I don't necessarily know what this context looks like in the context of CCLP 5. Like, will we have easy levels like this? But like, obviously we're going to go for the best of the best, so is this going to be the best of the best, or is it going to be something different? You know, I feel like that's always the case with a lot of voting, is that it tends to favor the most moderate or even difficult levels, but easy levels kind of get swept under the rug a bit. And so we kind of have to dig a little bit into the ratings to see, you know, what some of the best ones are. So it's just like, maybe I'm overthinking this. I'm thinking way too hard about the viability of levels in an official set, and maybe I just need to focus on just making the levels fun and interesting in their own context and not thinking about things too hard like this. So maybe this has just been a roundabout way of coming to this conclusion that don't think too hard about it or stress too hard about it. Alright, I'm going to stop there for now. We've gone through a decade in this set so far, and it has been fun. And next time we're going to start with Serene Village. I remember this from a crate competition several years ago, so that should be a blast. So I'll catch you then. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.